What's up, y'all? Well, I had to get some glue sticks. I didn't have any glue sticks. What the heck? So, y'all, we're gonna use this enter at your own risk onto the house sign. This, oh, y'all, I don't have this. It might be AP 8885. AP 8885. I've already added my mounting squares. I want to be honest with y'all. I was going to do this wreath on DecoExchange Facebook page on Friday, but I couldn't do it. So I had already glued the mounting squares on it. Put this in this bottom right hand corner. Normally I am not a person that likes to do this, but I want to make a big bow and play off of my color scheme off of this wreath, which is traditional black and orange. Good morning, y'all. Black and orange, black and white and orange. You know, there's just honestly something really nostalgic about those colors. They're classic Halloween colors. Okay, so I'm just adding in my sign. Now, last night in the creative coaching group, we created a really big over-the-top design, and I have some extras, so that's what I want to do. I want to use my leftovers, my extras that I had from that project for this one. And y'all, put that sign in there, perfect. I gotta do this all over again, y'all. Sorry. So, yeah, I got a haircut on Friday morning. That's why I wasn't here on YouTube. But I was like, you know what? I can go live on the DecoExchange page after at 2, and it wouldn't let me go live. So. After this, I am leaving to go to Crafters Convention, but I wanted to make sure that I was able to come live with y'all at least once this week. I know not everyone gets the luxury of being able to go to a conference or a convention, but y'all, if you ever get a chance to, it's well worth it. You make some lasting friendships there. So let's be honest for a real quick hot minute. I'm going to put, even though I've already mounted my wreath on it, my sign on there, I'm going to go ahead and put another mounting square, and it'll be another honest moment with y'all. This was actually supposed to be for a deco mesh wreath. I had So there's another mounting square. Let's see if I can keep it flat. Yeah. Right there by the chimney that I needed to use just to attach it so it's not flopping all over the place. I had already pre-attached some of them because I was going to use it for a Deco mesh wreath, and well, I'm not going to do that anymore, so I need to mount that one there, and we're going to let that dry. So we're going to make our bow while that's drying. Okay, so y'all, this is the wreath that I'm talking about that I did last night in the creative coaching group. Y'all, I'm telling you, this is a super-sized wreath. Classic Halloween colors, jack-o'-lanterns, leaves, black, white, and orange. So I want to play off of this because I had a few extras. So we're really going to be using a lot of my extras. Now some of the ribbons I don't have anymore, like this velvet one, but I have the 2.5 inch solid faux burlap. So that's what we're going to do. And then I have my polka dot, my check, ribbons, the double-sided harlequin and damask print. Y'all, this is absolutely gorgeous ribbon. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. So that's what we're going to do. And I have this 1 inch ribbon as well. So I'm just playing off of the colors off of this, and we're going to make it a grapevine wreath. Okay, so just making myself a little tail here. So someone asked, am I all packed? Yes, I am. I'm probably overpacked. I should just find a way to bring my closet. That's simple as that. Because I'm one of those that this loop is 12 inches, so we're going to do two 12-inch loops. I need options. I know that probably sounds weird. I mean, I need clothing options. Like, I can't commit to an outfit for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. No, I just can't do that. It's not me. I like being able to like wake up and have like at least some options to choose. So yeah, y'all, I totally overpacked. I'm pretty sure my suitcase is over 50 pounds. Yeah. So we'll see how well that goes. We're gonna make another two 12-inch loops. So we're gonna do 4 12-inch loops. This is kind of like my little center loop. You know how normally Damon does a little center loop? That's what we're doing here with that. Because I just want to make sure that I use that ribbon. You know, all of this, I mean, it's literally all my little extras, my extra pieces, my leftovers. But out of leftovers, you can make a really pretty wreath. So I don't have that faux burlap. That's okay. So I always have to have options. Like I'm pretty sure I'm bringing like 6 pairs of shoes. So I'll be wearing one. I think I'm gonna stick one in my backpack, and I think there's 4 in the suitcase. I'm just like, I've gotta have options. I'm sorry, I just have to have options. Judge me all you want. We're gonna do 13 inches. And because I'm trying to make sure that I use that orange faux burlap, I'm making sure that that orange is in front of that black and white check ribbon. Yep, Megan and I, Megan is my friend at from Gal vs. Glue Gun, and we've become really good friends over the past year. So, we are arriving at the airport about the same time. She's arriving an hour ahead of me, and that's okay. She said she's gonna wait around. But I was like, "Are you bringing a big suitcase?" She's like, "No, I'm just bringing a carry-on." I'm like, "Oh, yeah, not me." No, you just never know what strikes your fancy, you know. Okay, so making sure when I did those loops, this orange is in front of that black and white, and then this black and white, this black and orange is in front of this orange. Even though this is orange on top of orange, this still has that pattern and that edging that breaks it up. I'm gonna bring in this damask print. $212, $213, and now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do, I think, 14. Remember, if you're doing this on your easy bow maker, you can definitely, you're definitely going to start from the back to the front. Need my pipe cleaner and my zip tie. So there's my pipe cleaner sitting in the back of that. Bringing my zip tie forward to the front, grabbing a hold of it in the back. I'm pretty sure I can tell you I probably made this bow way too big. You know, I was going to take some shorts with me that, I mean, thankfully I can probably still take them because, like, I'm leaving like almost immediately after this. So I have to drive 2.5 hours to the airport, but I had bought some shorts from JCPenney and the girl didn't take the little security thing off of it. You know, one of those things that if you try and break it off, it busts and it bleeds that color. Yeah, so I gotta go back and return those. Not return them, but get the security thing taken off. Because where I live, we don't have any stores. We used to have a little department store, but they have gone out of business. They've closed. And I used to be able to take, like, if they forgot something, the little security tag thing, I could take it there, and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, you can." Because the girl would tell me, she's like, "Just make sure you bring your receipt that you bought it and at that store." And I'm like, "Okay, that's fine." I was like, "I can do that." And she's like, "And we can remove it for you." Oh, I definitely made this bow way too big. Was definitely playing off of the margin in charge here. Looks like we've got a few people in the comments that are going to Crafters Convention in Fairview Heights, Illinois. I'm really excited because I've never been to Crafters Convention. I've only ever done like Wreath Makers Live and a few like smaller wreath retreats. So I'm super excited. I am a presenter this year. I am a designer. So I'm really excited about that. Y'all, so I was saying I think I made this too big, but I think it's actually just the perfect size. Cut that out of a knife edge. So someone's asking about the wreath in the back. So this wreath in the back was last night's tutorial inside the Creative Coaching Group. You can always learn about the Creative Coaching Group by going to creativecoachjordan.com. Jordan is spelled with an A-N at the end, not an O-N. So it's Jordan, creativecoachjordan.com. And you can find out information about joining the Creative Coaching Group. Y'all, once you join the Creative Coaching Group, you get access to all of our lives, all the tutorials that are inside that group. We're not a group that only does like per month. No, we don't do that. We haven't done that, and I don't know if we anticipate to do that. But for now, it's always you get instant access to like all the tutorials. You get instant access to like Damon's first tutorial that he ever did in there live. So I mean, that's really awesome. You get all of that. You get all of Damon's, mine, Mel's, Tammy's, Jackie's, Stacy who does our flower boards, and Tess who does our painting. So you get a lot in there for $35 a month. You can go to creativecoachjordan.com. Like, even if you do it today and you request to join today and it's approved, you're gonna be able to see this tutorial right as soon as you join the group. And it is Tuesday, so it's date night with Damon. Okay, just dovetailing my ribbons. Now, like I said, this is definitely a large and in charge bow. And I feel like I haven't done this style of bow for a wreath in a really long time. So I am using that tail right there to kind of cover up some of the house. It's okay because I'm not covering up any of the words. And that's why I put that sign somewhat so low, because I didn't want to cover up those words on it. It says enter at your risk. At your own risk. That's how I feel when I come into my little cubby. I'm like, enter at your own risk, Jordan. So I did choose some, like I said, leftovers, some maple leaves that are in the burlap color. I really love to play on that color scheme. Some pampas grass, even though this... So it's funny, yesterday, the ones that I used last night, they were a different color, a little bit darker. This one right here. And it literally, on the tag it said an Astilbe spray, but then on this one it says pampas grass, and I'm like, yeah, it's pampas grass for me. Some leftover light brown fern, some candy corn picks, some black eucalyptus, and then this really fun black and orange maple leaf spray. So this has the maple leaves that are glittered. I want to say, y'all, I couldn't find this online before I went live, and I do try and use stuff that is available for y'all, but I couldn't find this one. But I can give y'all the SKU. It's 62494. That's how the show. I don't. So instead of cutting that stem, y'all, I'm gonna bend it. The size of the grapevine is 14 inches. 14 inches, y'all, is really my go-to size now for grapevines. You can really make that grapevine appear larger than what it actually is. So that's why I like using that size of grapevine. Okay. So trimming that, we're going to start here down at the bottom first. Using the largest glue gun in the world, y'all. I'll come underneath that bow. Tuck that right in. Now we're going to manipulate some of those stems around. Now this one, I'm going to cut. So like I said, I want this, but I want to add this, but I don't want this to be my star of the show. This is definitely, even though it is kind of sheer and see-through, it's got some black glitter on it. You can cut it up and use it as a filler, but I want to use this kind of like, you know, when I do grapevines, I always talk about greening my base. That's always adding that first layer of greenery, whether it's spring greens or spring greens. It takes me back to my produce department days. Or eucalyptus, whatever it may be. I want to use that first because I don't want that to be the star of the show. I always want to make sure that the florals or like glittered twig branches like this are my star of the show. Yo, if you are going to Crafters Convention, I'll tell you what I'm making. The theme is Winter Wonderland, but Jordan's breaking the rules. I'm really not breaking the rules. I was told I could do whatever I want. So I said, I want to make a Christmas garland. Okay. So, like I said, I didn't want that greenery to be the star of the show, but look how fun that is. And notice, y'all, it goes all the way back behind that bow. I love to make sure and incorporate that to behind the bow, whether it's gluing individual stems or manipulating some of those stems to go back, bend back in through that bow. Okay? So now we're going to be adding our maple leaf stem, our glittered maple leaves. This is 62494. Coming right up, kind of layering that on top of that first stem that we added. Trying to. What's going on here? There we go. Manipulate those stems. So we're gonna bring in our second stem. Now I'm trying to, because I just cleaned my work area last night after I did that tutorial. So I'm like, because I want to make it sure it's clean before I come back home next week. So this one. Y'all, what's great about these stems too is that they you always want to find a stem that you can manipulate and make it do. That means like you can bend it a certain way, so it fits your design a little bit better. So just manipulating that stem, y'all. We got to make sure that you can see those maple leaves and that glittered eucalyptus. And like I've said before, I'm kind of known for different stopping points. This design, however, really only had like 2 stopping points. You could add the pumpkins, the bows, and then that's it. Maybe there's about 2 or 3 in here. But I like to make sure that I offer y'all like different stopping points where you can officially stop and be like, that's still a pretty wreath. Okay? So definitely you could stop right there if you wanted to. It's a large bow, 4 floral stems. You could definitely call it a day. But what I'm going to do is, because I already used these maple leaves, I'm not going to use these. I'm going to put those back. I'm going to use my leftover light brown fern spray. Okay, and this one we're actually going to go ahead and make some smaller picks with this. Yeah, I love to find picks and stems like that, even big picks like that. Y'all know I love to use the whole stem, but sometimes I need to use little picks like this. And since I only have 3 pieces, I need to make this into 6 pieces. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm making it into 6 pieces. And I see that our friend Gal vs. Glugan joined the chat. Hello, Rocco. Okay, so we're going to come through and we're going to start adding in our, which is just going to break up that, all the black and orange on there. Yo, I love this sign too. It was actually supposed to be for a Deco mesh wreath, and it just never, it wasn't going to happen. I wasn't feeling it anymore. Someone finally caught me live. Yo, we are live here on YouTube, Tuesday through Friday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. This week, this is the only live I'm doing this week on YouTube. We will continue back with our normal schedule next week. As I am going to Crafters Convention. I leave about like an hour after this live is done. So I still gotta pack up some stuff and do some other stuff before I actually leave. So I'm calling it pampas grass. This is definitely a pampas grass. I don't care what anybody says. Because we're just breaking up that coloring in there. And I'm going to put one up here at the top. I'm going to put two down here at the bottom. So y'all, some of the same supplies that I used in the big wreath behind me, I was able to use in this smaller wreath. Because if you make and sell wreaths, you should already know that not everyone is going to pay a certain price point for a certain, that wreath behind me, y'all, I still haven't figured it out, but if I have to say, it's probably a good almost $300 wreath. But when I do my craft show, I always like to make sure I have options. We'll have a big showstopper like this, and I might have one that's got a little less stuff in it, a little less higher end ribbons or something. But then I also have a third option, which is a grapevine wreath. Grapevine wreaths have always been my more inexpensive option for some customers. Okay, so I would, even though this one would probably still be $125 or $100 if I really got down to it and figured out the exact cost of it, even if this I am just noticing that it looks like we've been going off and on. And I really do apologize for that. If that kept going off and on. But y'all, we're done. I'm not even going to add those candy corn sprays. Because I didn't add any candy corn sprays in this one. So I'm not going to add it to this one. But I still used some of the exact same elements from this wreath on this wreath. And it's a different sign. It's a cheaper sign. It's a more inexpensive sign. I mixed in some inexpensive ribbons with 2 designer ribbons. So yeah, y'all, wanted to make sure that you were able to read the enter at your own risk. Okay. So y'all, we started off with that 14-inch grapevine, and I mean, like I said, 14-inch grapevine from, let's just see this, y'all, from this to right here, to the end of this spray, from the top of this to the end of this spray is 24 inches. 24 inches. That's what I was able to make this wreath appear larger. 24 inches by, from the edge of the florals to here, about 20 inches. So 24 by 20. Now, I was actually able to make this one small 14-inch wreath larger than what it is. You see how much it comes off of the back of the wreath? My big bow. I mean, I really think what made me go as big as it is right now is because of the bow. I did do a little bit crazy bow. So I started with that little center loop, 4 12-inch loops, 4 13-inch loops, and 2 14-inch loops. Okay, so y'all, that's all I have for y'all this week. I am traveling to Crafters Convention. I leave in about an hour, so I will be back next week, Tuesday through Friday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. For now, we're only doing YouTube. I'm not doing Facebook Lives. Damon will still be doing Facebook Lives when he has a chance. So just make sure you sign up for those notifications whenever he goes live. But we are in the home stretch, y'all. I have 16 more days before I can go live on Facebook. So 16 more days. But like I said, we'll still be here Tuesday through Friday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. And who knows what we'll make next week. But definitely love how this this wreath came out. I love this. So for me, this is classic Halloween. Like I talk about classic Halloween. It's black and orange with a little bit of black and white. But y'all, I always think of, like when what's the two kids off of Hocus Pocus when they walk up to Allison's house, and you see this big, huge, nice grand house with hay bales and jack-o'-lanterns. That's what I envision. Like this should be on that wreath, on that door. This wreath needs to be on that door. But I love the hay bales, the corn stalks, the maple leaves, the leaves blowing in the wind, everything. So that's why I love this color scheme, and I don't think you can go wrong with doing this color scheme. Okay, but y'all, that's all I have for y'all. I hope y'all have a good rest of the week. I will see y'all next week. And if you're going to Crafters Convention, you're going to be there. Okay, I leave at the crack of dawn on Sunday. It was either leave at 5:15 a.m. or leave at like 8:30 p.m. And I was like, I'm going to choose the a.m. Okay, so y'all, once again, y'all have a good rest of the week, and I will see y'all next time.